And we're back. Dr. Jacques Trespici of SoHo-MD here at the Bullpen at the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. I'm here with Kristin King of Boston Harbor Angels. Great to have you here.
Thanks so much. Good morning.
Good morning. Could you tell us what got you to this point in terms of what you're doing today?
Sure. So I've been in the biotech, medtech field for probably 27 years and really found startups about 6 years ago and the Boston Harbor Angels investment group. I love this group. I really love supporting founders, and that's really the mission of Boston Harbor Angels. It's investing for a better world. We're industry agnostic, so we invest across all spaces, and it's just a fantastic journey to be able not only in biotech and health tech, but sustainability and fintech, and it's just a great group of people that really want to help founders and move things forward.
That's amazing. And before you started this Angels group, well, what was the work that you were doing? Was it in biotech? Was it in healthcare? Or
Sure. So I started my career designing stents for J&J.
Wow.
I'm one of the patent inventors on the drug-eluting stent, and then I moved to the dark side of marketing, and I got an MBA in marketing and finance, and I worked for Pfizer for a bit in marketing and really learned the ropes in big pharma marketing, and then moved back to med tech and loved Becton Dickinson. So I worked there a little bit on diabetes care, on med-surg, and then I had an opportunity to get into business development with an Australian company and helped acquire really awesome technologies and build out a burn and wound division. And then after that, came up to Boston to look for the next big thing, and I fell into the startup world.
Wow.
And I worked for a small startup for a bit to try to help connect them. I'm a good connector to the KOLs that I had in the burn world and teach them the ropes on commercialization. And then I found the investor world. So it's really a passion, and just jumped in, volunteered, and I'm doing that today. And then in my day job, I lead M&A for a cardiac arrest company.
That's amazing. And for the different companies you worked for before, what do you feel were the keys for the successes you saw there? Like these are very big, very successful organizations. Were there some patterns that you saw between things that did well clinically or in the marketplace?
Sure. It was all about really empowering people, really thinking beyond. I think growing up in J&J was wonderful to be number one or number two and don't be afraid to go out there, but also the training to do it right and the depth of really manufacturing, the whole 9 yards. So it was a nice beginning. And then the same thing for every different company. I think I was more of an entrepreneur, but always been able to have support to really go reach for the stars and connect across the aisles and to leverage synergies in big companies. So it's wonderful to do that in the startup and investor ecosystem as well.
Yeah, and as a follow-up to that, and you're seeing that experience in terms of the work you're doing with the Boston Harbor Angels,
Absolutely.
in terms of helping the groups that you connect with. Maybe you could tell us about first, what you're looking for in terms of the groups that you want to work with, and also how you help them succeed.
Sure. And I think really we are a boutique. We're coming up on 20 years in April. So I'm blessed to have found this group, and really a friendly group of folks that, being industry agnostic, we come across all different perspectives. So we have experts that really make up the membership, whether it's biotech, SaaS, fintech, real estate, consumer packaged goods, and each member brings a different skill set. And we're really driven to leverage that to help as these startups scale and actually form. There's no playbook. At J&J, all this training I had over the last decades, I'm grateful for, and try to just give back and really make sure we're so focused on the founders that they don't dilute themselves out of the game.
Absolutely.
And that they have smart money and realistic goals, and leverage the fact of folks that have started before me, all the deal structure and connections and syndications we've seen, and just pass it on.
So you're really able to give support, advice, and really help founders succeed.
Yes, that's really the core mission, is around the founders.
And for now, what are you working on now, and what are you excited about in 24?
Sure. So we have our top 10 list. We have some really game-changing startups that we continue to support in our portfolio that are making amazing differences in the world, as far as from student debt and helping to chase that down with Candidly, to respiratory infections, to regenerative medicine. I mean, there's just so many, to canned wine. That's Archeroos, that's endorsed by Elizabeth Banks. And I did not know that aluminum was sustainable.
Yeah.
So it's actually better than a bottle of glass wine.
Wow.
And then we're always open, and we have incredible deal flow. And then just this week has been amazing on the technologies that are there. We're in Boston, so we do have physicians in our group. We have folks like me that come from biotech and a deep background, but then experts across all other industries. It's lovely to have that variety of a portfolio, and just excited for the year to open up. And since we've been doing this for 20 years, we have great relationships that were built. We love to syndicate, co-invest with our friendly angels or with family offices. So really excited to push that forward.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what's your ask of the bullpen and the community?
I'd say the ask the community is that if you see a fit and you really are looking for some advice, for some startup help and support, and our portfolio's up on the website, we're open for business, or a family office, or an angel group, reach out.
Awesome. So if you want to learn more about Kristin King and Boston Harbor Angels, you can go to bullpen.ventures, and the link in bio and information will be there. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks so much. Great meeting you.
You too, and we'll be right back.